Hey, I'm here today to talk to you about, in my opinion, one of the greatest baseball players of all time. On February 5th, 1934, a baby was born in Mobile, Alabama. The little boy would grow up to be one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Henry Louis Hank Aaron entered the major leagues in 1954 and continued to play for 23 solid years in the major leagues, starting his career in Milwaukee with the Braves and ending it in Milwaukee with the Brewers. Hank was not given anything throughout his career. Everything he achieved through his career he had to earn. The town he was born in was very low class and high in poverty. Nevertheless, Hank would work through his adversities, and he reached his goal of playing in the major leagues. Even when Henry was a child, he knew he was meant to be a baseball player. He was so confident in this that he even dropped out of high school in 1951 to join the Negro Leagues and play for the Indianapolis Clowns. 3 years later, he was in Milwaukee playing Major League Baseball. As soon as he initiated his career as a Major League Baseball player, he started with a bang, and people across the nation knew that he was going to be something special. In only his second year as a Brave, he had an astounding 27 home runs and drove in 106 runs and maintained a .328 batting average. To show the difficulty of this accomplishment, here are some comparisons to some modern day players. Barry Bonds, who some of you know just broke the home run record a few years back. In his second year, he batted .261, which hardly compares to Hank Aaron's .328. He hit 25 home runs, which is respectable, but he only drove in 59 runs. Ryan Howard, another very respectable player today, that plays for the Phillies. In his second year, he batted .288 with 22 home runs and 63 RBIs. The numbers barely compare to Hank's. Henry Aaron initiated his career in a big way and didn't slow down either. Only 6 out of his 23 seasons did he have a batting average under .290. On top of that, he put together 8 seasons in which he hit 40 or more home runs. And on top of that, he put together 11 seasons with more than 100 RBIs. The consistency in Henry Aaron's career as a baseball player is incredible and something you do not see today very much. On top of being a consistent ball player, he was also a clutch player too. In 3 trips to the postseason, he won 2 World Series. He hit 6 home runs and maintained a postseason batting average of .362. He also drove in 16 runs in those 3 years. This shows that Hank Aaron was not just a great athlete. He was also a very unselfish team player and worried more about what the team and the outcome of the team than just himself. After playing for 23 years in the majors, Hank Aaron put together some amazing accolades. He won 1 National League MVP in '57. He has 3 Gold Glove awards. He won 21 consecutive All-Star Game appearances. 21. The only two times he didn't make it were his first year, where he won Rookie of the Year, and his last season. He also won Rookie of the Year in '54, and he put together 2 batting titles. He also owns an assortment of records, including runs batted in, home runs before Barry Bonds stole it. Hank Aaron did his legally. We'll just say that. And he also owns the record for total bases, extra base hits, and is second in many statistics. It is clear that Henry Louis is one of the greatest baseball players in history, and because of this, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1982. Not only was Hank Aaron a terrific baseball player, he also had great character and was never in his long career suspected for anything out of order. Aaron maintained his composure on and off the field, and for that reason, his name will be commemorated for a very long time to come. Thank you. I hope by listening to my speech I have commemorated a little bit to the great achievements of Henry Louis Hank Aaron. Thank you, and that is the end of my speech.